Chris joins us right now. People headed to the fair, other places as well. What can they expect?
Looking pretty good. Tomorrow from noon to 11 is the time, and then for the weekend it goes until midnight. It's going to be a great looking forecast.
Is that you at the fair?
Wait, am I eating a hot dog right now?
Wow.
It's delightful. So,
Chris.
So Chris, you enjoy your hot dog, and maybe you will as well. And we said there's a bunch of interesting fair foods going on. We have the mid to the upper 70s tomorrow afternoon around Raleigh. I think you're going to avoid the rain, and then heading into the evening, the 60s. So it's going to be a delightful day. It's not going to be too cool if you're zipping on one of the many rides that they have, maybe twirling you around, or maybe just the classic Ferris wheel that we have here off in the distance. So pretty good looking forecast, just letting you know. For the South Carolina State Fair, they're going to be dealing with some rain heading into tomorrow. But here's the scenario. We have a front that's draped across the area. Fronts are either a driver of temperature change, sometimes increasing clouds, but then also sometimes rain. And this one right here is a stationary front. Whenever you see those alternating colors, but sometimes stationary fronts move, and they are slowly going to drag in a little extra moisture. But here's what today looks like. Today is not the prettiest day, but it actually looks pretty decent. There will be times that you maybe see a little bit of sunshine trying to peer through the clouds, but all in all, it's going to be a cloudy day. 69 right now, 70 degrees in Wadesboro, and then those hour-by-hour temperatures pointing towards really just a cloudier forecast overall. But then there comes those rain chances. So that rain potential is drastically going to increase as that front starts to drag into the area, and it's at that point is we're really going to see most of our rain. So here's what it looks like. Notice the rain starting to flirt with South Carolina once you get to about 5 p.m. today. It's really not until about 11 o'clock that we really start to see it insert into our area, but notice where the front is. This is almost going to be like a blockade, so showing a level of how far north the rain is going to get. It's pretty much parked right along the I-85 corridor, so it depends. Mecklenburg County is a really tall county. The southern part will likely see a lot of rain. Meanwhile, the northern part near Huntersville might not really see anything at all. Most of the rain will be around Columbia down towards the south, but here's the good news. This isn't going to last all that long. It starts to break out. It skedaddles off towards the east, and that's a nice improvement for us. Today, overall cloudy, lower 60s up in the mountains, lower 70s for the foothills, 72 in Hickory, for example. I have a high still around 76 degrees. We have winds out of the southwest, which is still warming us up enough, and then the upper 70s down to the southeast. Evening forecast looking good. It's going to be cloudy, and I actually like a cloudy evening because you are already dealing with the sun setting at 6:54, but it acts like a blanket that locks and loads us into the mid 60s. And then tonight's forecast, we only drop down to the mid 50s. That's slightly above normal for the 53 that we have this time of the season. But it's tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday morning will be the warmest lows that we have over the next 7 to even 14 days when I looked ahead, because we're heading into a cooler pattern. Now, our Futurecast dashboard showing that rain is going to greet us to start off the morning, but then look at that after that. Beautiful. Lots of sunshine to go around. Winds will shift slightly, but I still think we're going to get to the upper 70s. But our best chance for rain isn't until Friday night heading into Saturday. So let's look at that. Here's the case and scenario. The forecast has gotten much better for Friday, say for beachgoers, especially in North Carolina, because most of the day should be sunny. But then you see those clouds increase by the end of the day. The rain coverage isn't as vast as it once was. Now, the one thing that could change is we see a little bit more rain. The timing is looking pretty locked and loaded that it's Friday night heading into Saturday, and that eventually moves way off towards the east. The cloud cover I don't like because we have a partial annular eclipse. And now, it's not the full one. You're not going to see the ring of fire that you're seeing in the headlines, but still 42.4%, and that's data coming from Tony Rice, our NASA ambassador, says at 1:16 here in Charlotte, that's in the afternoon, you're going to be seeing this. That's pretty cool. Just never look directly at the sun at any point. So if you have the solar glasses maybe from 2017 or whenever, that's how you're going to do it. There's also a bunch of other ways that you can view it as well. And then the partial eclipse is going to be ending at 2:45. All in all, the total change and transformation lasts about 2 hours and 50 minutes. Our weekend forecast, we have the upper 70s on Saturday. Half the day looks to be rain. The other half is drying out. And then it's cooler and breezy conditions on Sunday, but it gets much cooler once the effects of that cold front take over. Look at next week. Lower to the mid 60s with lows returning to the 40s.